Hey, what's going on, guys? Mario DC Extension Restaurant here, and today we're going to be doing another Would This Character Work as This Character's Nemesis? So let's get started. And the question is, would Spider-Man work better as an arch nemesis to Batman than, say, the Joker? That's what we're going to find out. Now, let's talk about the things they would need to do. So, number one, their connection. Batman and the Joker don't really have a connection, but maybe Batman and Spider-Man are more likely to have one. You see, Bruce Wayne and Peter Parker have very similar childhoods, and maybe they could become really close friends. And so, because of that, that could have a personal connection when Bruce becomes Batman and Peter becomes the bad guy Spider-Man. So already, makes sense, right? I hope this makes quick sense for some people. Like they were close friends before turning to enemies. The next thing would have been like maybe the Parker family or Peter Parker's family weren't really good in the slightest. Maybe they were more bad people or like crime lords. Or the Waynes were more political, they would help others, they tried to help others, all that stuff. So you can kind of see how they come from completely different families. And in the Parkers, or Peter Parker in this case, I know he could have been too young, but I mean, you do, in comics there are some kid crime lords that are very young. Yeah, so Peter Parker still makes sense. So then he secretly hires Joe Chill to murder Thomas and Martha Wayne. And because of that, that eventually turns Bruce into the Batman. Yeah. So essentially speaking, Peter technically creates Batman. Yeah. Then later, we're actually going to get to this, Batman later technically created Spider-Man as he was around during, and was the only person that knew Peter was bitten by a spider. A radioactive spider, like he doesn't. Now, some of the things Spider-Man would do that are tragic to Batman are like this. He could have. Here's some of the stuff he would have done. So we already discussed 1 and 2, saying how Bruce's closest friend turns into arguably his worst enemy yet. So, the next thing Spider-Man would do would put his Catwoman or something Kyle in the hospital, which would then later try to force Batman to kill. But unlike most heroes, in that situation, Batman would never kill. Then he would then make his entire company go bankrupt and go downhill, while Parker Industries, which is actually a worse company, is doing better. The next thing he would do would have been beat Alfred. I mean, what do you expect? Spider-Man. Let's be honest. Who is more evil, Batman or Spider-Man? Who is the more likely to hurt Alfred? Spider-Man. He's more likely to do it. He's more evil than Batman. Yes, that's not even a question. It's a fact. Spider-Man is technically worse than Batman. So because of that, I think Spider-Man would make more sense for beating up Alfred, unless it's like some crazy Punisher Batman. Then it would be Batman, but no, that's not typically Batman. This is the main Batman. So, yeah, so that's 4 things already. Let's go to the next couple of things. The next worst thing that Joker technically did to Batman in the comics, and in this reality would have been Spider-Man, would have been beat Jason Todd, beat Dick Grayson, beat Tim Drake, basically beat all of the main members of the Batman family, or the Bat family, and also the Wayne and Kane family from the comics. So already, Spider-Man sounds like a nemesis to Batman, right? Now, in conclusion, would Spider-Man work as Batman's main nemesis? Yes, he technically would. The real reason is because Batman, well, no, Spider-Man is one of Marvel's versions of Batman. I'd still say it's Black Panther that's more Marvel's version of Batman. Spider-Man, on the other hand, is more like the person he's put up against more. He works better as Batman's nemesis. Most people would say who would work what if Spider-Man wasn't his main nemesis? Well, then you have Captain America, you have Black Panther, I guess Moon Knight or Daredevil or Wolverine or all those characters, but Spider-Man is the main nemesis. It says, but what do you guys all think? Do you like this concept of me telling you guys of Marvel heroes or villains that should be DC arch enemies or main villains? If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.